Well, buildings have collapsed and tsunami alerts have been issued after a powerful earthquake hit the Philippines. The magnitude 7.8 quake struck off Mindanao in the country's south, with video posted to social media showing significant damage and people huddling in the streets. Tsunami waves of up to 3 metres are possible across the Philippines archipelago. Well, let's bring in our correspondent, Tim Swanston, who is in Southeast Asia. Good afternoon to you, Tim. What do you know about the impacted area? Has there been any report of damage right now?
Yeah, g'day, Kath. Look, it is still quite early days into, assessments being made as a result of this earthquake, which, as you said, struck off the south coast of Mindanao. It does appear, however, that there has been quite some significant damage to certain buildings there in the south of Mindanao. There's no immediate reports of casualties at this stage. However, we do know that local officials are conducting those assessments at this moment. Now, vision does show that fairly dramatic moment that the earthquake hit. We can see residents that they were fleeing out of shops and businesses, of course, out of their homes as well, out onto the street into safety. Some residents have told news organisations that this was the most powerful earthquake that they'd actually felt there in the south of the Philippines. Most of the damage that we've seen at this moment appears to be centred around General Santos City, which is a city of about 700,000 people. It's a major tuna processing city there in the far south of Mindanao. We can see vision of a fast food restaurant, for example, that's collapsed, other vision of buildings that appear to have been damaged. There's also a school in the area which appears to have sustained some structural damage as well. There also appears to be some damage as far sort of northeast of that to Davao City, which is the main city on the southern Philippines island of Mindanao as well. But local officials are, of course, conducting those assessments as we speak. There's been power and telecommunications outages as well in some of these regions. Now, we did hear from Philippines President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. He says that the national government is responding. We've also heard from the Department of Education that says that classes in all levels in that southern Philippines island are going to be suspended at this stage. Now, here in Indonesia as well, we have heard some reports of people, of course, feeling that earthquake in North Sulawesi and Manado. So, it appears to have had quite a significant impact, Kath.
And what about the tsunami warnings? Have any been issued? What areas could potentially be impacted?
Yeah, perhaps unsurprisingly, that tsunami warning does cover quite a large swath of Southeast Asia. Of course, Philippines is the area of most concern. There's evacuations taking part in the southern part of Mindanao, of course, but there's been tsunami warnings that have also been issued for here in Indonesia. The north there in North Sulawesi in particular will be most of concern, but those tsunami warnings have also been issued for Malaysia. So we do know that evacuations are taking place in the south of the Philippines now. At this stage, there are also aftershocks that are still being felt by residents there. So still quite early days, Kath, as we're trying to figure out exactly what this impact has been, but certainly the region's on quite high alert.